Hello. All right. Week 4 is in the books. Had some crazy little spots going on, but other than that, pretty good week. I think all around fantasy football. We had some breakouts, had a couple injuries that we'll get into a little bit later in the show. But other than that, fellas, how we doing this evening?
Man, I'm doing great so far. Great weekend fantasy football. Uh, Nothing better than my Rams whipping up on some Colts. Got that this weekend. Had Matt Stafford.
Hey, we had you though. Adnan Mitchell cost us 2 touchdowns. We had you, dude.
Yeah. But I mean, Matt Stafford lighting it up with 375 yards against you guys' team made me feel real good. Puka Nacua going for one.
Yeah.
Football's in the full swing of things. Feels good to take that 3-0 from you guys. And, just a great start for this weekend.
Hey, I didn't think the Colts were going to start that way anyway. So I was 3-1. I was expecting to be like 2-2 right now.
What about you, Mick?
Mhm.
Nope.
Good. My dynasty teams are doing good, so that's what I'm happy to see. I had two teams with Malik Neighbors on it, so that's you literally have to nail the next 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds in order to still have a chance. So we'll get to that later in the show, but those two teams look like they are going to take a back seat. One of them was a first place team too that was coming together real nice. So that sucks, but luckily I have no neighbors in Dynasty, but I just might soon be trading for him in a couple leagues if he's now available now. So
It's a big time to buy low for sure.
I'd like to get into some this buy that this or that for neighbors. Like, would you for a contending team and stuff? Maybe later in the show when we're on those topics.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely on the docket. Um, so first things first, we've got a kind of a big announcement for the channel, and this is thanks to everybody that is subscribed and comes back and watches. Um, we have a partnership with W Energy Powder. This is kind of big for us here. So if you are interested in getting away from all of the chemical based like soda type energy drinks, this is what you want to do here. Use code Kingmaker as you see on the screen for 10% off your order. It doesn't matter how big your order. Every time you go, just use Kingmaker as your code at checkout, and there you go. Get your 10% off, and that lets them know that the fellas over here at Kingmaker Sports sent you that way, and you can enjoy that zero sugar, clean energy. It's a lot of B12. So I was pretty surprised at the nutrition facts on this. So this is pretty big for us. Congratulations, guys. Our first partnership. So hopefully this works out and grows to bigger things. So speaking of growing, we are up to 94 now. We are at our hunt to 100, as you see down here. At 100, we will be giving away a free roster review. I know for people in Dynasty, this is huge, especially if you're debating, hey, do I rebuild? Do I lean in, go all in on this, or what do I do? The worst thing you can do is just sit there on the fence. You don't want to do that. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe. 6 more. We'll go ahead and do a drawing for that free roster review. And it's redraft too. So tell you any moves you should make, things like that. And we'll do that here on the show, so everybody can see like, haha, I won the drawing. You guys suck. I'm gonna get better. So, but yeah. So go to W Energy Drink and use code Kingmaker for 10% off on that. So let's get into injuries, shall we? So you said Malik Neighbors. So let's go ahead and start at that one.
It hurts to see, man. 22 years old, and now he's gone for at least this year. And from the statistics of people that come back off of a ACL or a PCL or a MCL or any of those CLs, they normally end up not coming back for another year after that. Like, yeah, they come back, but they're not a contributor or not back to what they used to be for at least another year on that. So you're looking at like 2 years of this guy's career before he's, back to being full health. And that scares me, especially for a kid that's 22. Granted, that's kind of on his side as far as like being a quicker way to heal. Being a little bit younger is definitely going to be helpful in that side. But man, like it hurts to see such a talent go down, especially with him coming in with Dart and Scattaboo all starting to fall into place. Like it was about to be a super fun offense to watch, and now I think it's just kind of tainted,
I think it's important too, as we get more information out, what kind of ACL tear is it? Is it a clean ACL or is it something else? Is it MCL associated, meniscus, something? Because that's a big factor too. If he has another ligament along with an ACL, it's going to put him out longer, like Ayuk and some of these other guys. If we hear it's a clean ACL, we might be getting him back next year. It all depends too, because some guys rebound faster and the younger guys seem to rebound faster. The freaks seem to rebound faster, like the athletic freaks. So if I was a Malik Neighbors dynasty manager, it's obviously a gut punch, but would you guys trade Malik Neighbors for JSN right now?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And I wouldn't think too long about it either.
In dynasty.
Yeah.
Yes.
%.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the Giants, man.
Bro,
they can't make a good choice.
Like I'm like it right now, the way that I see it, I don't think he's usable for the next 2 years, man. Like I want him to be. Like I think, he'll come back here in probably a year, probably mid-season next season. You're probably looking at week 4, maybe week 5 next season. And then, you have him for the remainder of that season. Statistics show of anybody that has came back normally does not look good for at least another 8 to 12 months. And that's where, like, you're probably not going to get him back to being full bore him until probably 2027, middle of 2027-ish. Is what I would see, and like that's where I'm like, do I want to hold this roster spot and then deal with the Midland play for a half a year just for us to get back into the swing of things? Just kind of like Jonathan or Javonte Williams. He got hurt, came back, was rushed back early, played like trash, and now he's back into an offense where he looks great. And he's a full 2 years removed off of that injury. And, like, I see a lot of these running backs that do the same kind of rigmarole. They don't come back the same, and then it normally takes a year to acclimate. So I am very leery with that, but I'm far more leery than with what I am with Tyreek Hill. Because what I heard was it was one of those several ligament injuries. And he's at that 31 years of age. So I think that's going to be almost a career ender, if I'm being honest with you, especially with a guy that predicates his whole game off of speed and twitch,
Yeah, like Tyreek Hill did not seem like he wanted to be in Miami. Like he wasn't excited about playing with Tua. Brandon says Neighbors doing the full OBJ career arc. I mean, kind of.
You never know.
So
you never know.
Neighbors must be so pissed the Chargers took Alt over him. I mean, they both have ACL injuries right now, so I mean, they're both sitting on the bench.
Right.
What's that?
Alt's got
my bad. I read that wrong. I put LAC for LA Chargers, not ACL. So,
yeah, he's got
dyslexia, I guess. But he'll still be out several weeks, which could impact Amarion Hampton. That's the only reason why I got him on my injury report. But for Malik Neighbors, I would use this as a buy low opportunity for sure, especially somebody who's competing.
Okay, here's some hypotheticals. Your rebuilding team, you took Emeka Egbuka. You don't need Emeka Egbuka this year. Would you trade Emeka Egbuka for Malik Neighbors?
No.
Absolutely not.
Would you trade Tet McMillan for Malik Neighbors?
Yes.
I would probably. I mean, No. The way that I play Dynasty is way different than most, though. I play on a more of a redraft type mindset where I know that I can play back in or play back out of players at any time. I can trade away, I can get them back at any time. And like that's where I see like, okay, do I really want to hold this asset for 2 years? Or and not get any production out of them. It's going to be an IR spot where I already have 2 IR spots filled up, and then like you can't put them on taxi. You got to put them on your bench, and you got bye weeks coming up. So like, there's like a lot of issues going on here where like, okay, if I trade out right now, or if I'm a contending team, which most of these people that I feel like that have neighbors are in a contending situation, at least.
Well, think about this. Neighbors was taken high in your rookie draft, so maybe, but maybe these are rebuilders. I mean, it depends. But the only reason why I'm taking Ibuka over Neighbors is because, one, Russell Wilson is a 1-year contract, and they're already swapping quarterbacks for Malik Neighbors. All right. So, yeah, it's probably going to be Jackson Dart next year. Let's just be real about that. But I'm not excited about the Giants organization just in general. To me, that right now they're on the same level as the Browns. Like, I don't trust them,
Yeah.
Even like the Titans are right there on like the crappiest team right now. And I like Ibuka because he's got Baker Mayfield for another year at least. And he's got Mike Evans should be leaving town, and Chris Godwin's not looking like the Chris Godwin he used to be. So Ibuka is gonna be the guy there. I don't think Neighbors and Ibuka are gonna be much different in points, but I like the security that Ibuka offers over Neighbors, and that's the only reason why I say Ibuka over Neighbors.
Here is like, what's not to say that it's going to be a completely new coaching staff by the time he gets back?
Who's this? Malik Neighbor? Oh, Dayball probably gone. Like, so Malik Neighbor's not only going to be, so Pundagoon says yes to both.
And that's where like I think this is kind of going to be the downfall of Dayball, because either that or it's going to be kind of his crutch, and they're going to be like, oh well, Neighbors kind of fell off, and what do we like if
because he wasn't doing great last year to begin with. So like,
okay. I've got 2 more, and then let's move on.
Okay.
Would you trade Malik Neighbors and a second for Garrett Wilson?
No.
Okay. Would you trade Xavier Worthy for Malik Neighbors? Let's say you have to give a second. So it would be Xavier Worthy and a second for Malik Neighbors.
Yes, I would.
You have to give me a first with Xavier Worthy, just because like I don't think Patrick Mahomes is gonna be like looking at Xavier Worthy.
Okay, so these are just some hypotheticals that I'd like to discuss with you guys and for our listeners to listen to, because I think it's important to run these scenarios through your head. If you're a contending team, which both in my dynasties, the teams that have Neighbors are contenders. So they just took a huge hit. So they are looking to do something. Go to the last place teams, see if they have one of these players, and see if you can work out a deal.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're, I know we talked about this last episode as somebody to sell high on right now, but Quentin Johnson specifically, he's put up 4 stellar weeks, and you just lost Malik Neighbors.
That's a good one. Like,
go look at Quentin Johnson, man. I mean, I know like he's not sexy because he had a slow start in the first 2 years. I get it, man. But back in the day, like it used to be standard 2 or 3 years before somebody actually broke out. We've gotten so spoiled to Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb. These guys recently who they come out year one and then boom, they're amazing. But these are elite talents coming out of college already, though. So we have to like understand that. I mean, it's like Michael Irvin came out, boom, like he was a stud. But as long as we can put it in perspective that way, we have to be patient. And hey, look, tight ends, they always take a long time too. So why can't we just be patient and understand like it takes some guys a little bit longer? But no, I mean, there's some targets out there. I mean, I wouldn't say George Pickens, but you could probably add with George Pickens maybe to get Malik Neighbors if you're looking to buy Malik Neighbors, low. So,
Yeah,
I don't know.
stuff like that. It's all scenarios where you have to work through your head. Should I trade David Montgomery for DK? Ask Joshua, is it dynasty or redraft?
And then also, what are you looking like on both positions too?
Yep. All right, so Lamar, hamstring, out 1 to 2 to 3 weeks. What do we think?
Yeah, that deal, but I would be trying to buy up some Zay Flowers during this period.
Yeah, because Zay's going to have a couple bad weeks.
He's going to have these couple weeks, but if you look at his strength of schedule for the rest of the season, especially in your playoffs, it's just elite. You play Cincinnati twice. It's just a bunch of like dog shit defenses that they play there at the end. So I would definitely.
They're almost like bye weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I thought that was funny.
I didn't even hear
Yeah, so I mean, go ahead and buy up Zay Flowers right now. Yeah, that's another buy low, which he was on our trade target section that we'll get to here in a little bit later. So Ricky Pearsall, PCL injury still looming.
How long is that? I did not see the update on that. Did it say anything, or is he just day to day, week to week?
So they're not saying he's like, in fear of being out or anything like that, but I mean, it could get aggravated and get worse with those PCLs. I mean, I'm not a doctor.
PCLs are bad. They're not. I mean, that's what Puka had that kept him out 4 weeks. That's what CMC had. It's a stability ligament in your knee, so your knee feels wobbly. You can play on it. It's not like you can't cut, but you don't have stability. So PCLs are pretty dangerous.
Yeah, and Ricky Pearsall's such a versatile player. I mean, that's definitely going to affect him. So, I mean, the 49ers, they're just riddled with injuries this season. I don't get it. And what's crazy is they're riddled with all these injuries, but it's not the one you would expect to be injured.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what is going on right there over there? So Joe Mixon, I think if you're in redraft, just go ahead and cut Joe Mixon, man. Like, first off, Woody Marks looked phenomenal. He's going to get more play. The Texans head coach D'Amico Ryans already came out and said that. So, all right. So here's a little bit more context from Joshua. He says full PPR. His quarterback is Mahomes. His wide receivers are Jefferson, Puka, Judy, and then running backs are Brees, Javonte, and Hampton. Tight end is Kelsey. My bench is Golden, Montgomery, Tyler Warren, Brian Robinson, and Alec A.O. Manor. So trading Montgomery, the original question was Montgomery for DK. So if you only have those three running backs, now with Braylon Allen just went on the IR with the MCL. So Brees value is going to get higher. Javonte's been looking really good, and Hampton is really good with no real competition behind him with Najee and IR. I think at running back you're okay, but you can never discount the depth at running back because at any given time, one of these guys could go down. Jefferson, Puka,
I'm doing it. I'm taking Day over Monty because all he has is Jefferson and Puka for wide receivers. Yeah. Golden, no. Any Kyle Maynard, and so I'm doing it.
And Brian Robinson could be a flex for you if CMC goes down. Like, I don't think you get rid of Brian Robinson, but yeah, no, I'm with you. Definitely go with DK on that. So, all right, cool. Let's see, Punda Moon. If you are rebuilding and not doing whatever it takes to acquire neighbors from a contender, you are playing wrong. I mean,
agreed.
Okay, agreed. That's fair. I mean, he's a long-term asset. He's young, so I mean that's good. I mean, I'll give you a first and a receiver for Malik Neighbors, depending on the receiver. I mean, hey, Worthy. We talked about Worthy. I'd give Worthy in a first. Like, I'm not high on Worthy. So
yeah, no. Once Rice comes back, it's over with.
I mean, yeah, that's 2 games away. But I mean, I'm just wondering if the Chiefs are going to get together, right? I mean, at this point,
this week, prime candidate, But what did it take? It took all of the Ravens defense for them to do that with. And like I want to say there was like 6 or 7 injuries from that game as far as players, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, that turf is getting people. Cedric Tillman, if you were loving his season that he's having so far, he's out. He's on injured reserve, so he's going to be out at least 4 weeks. So Braylon Allen, MCL, IR. So Baris is looking really sexy right now. Bucky Irving is having some ankle issues, so that's not really exciting to hear. Good for if you're Igbuka, because that just means they're going to be passing the ball more. And Darnell Mooney is dealing with a hamstring injury. So I think the Braylon Allen thing kind of sucks because Braylon Allen, is getting more and more play on that team. So that kind of sucks. But good for Tillman. I think Tillman was somebody that we were all looking at as a rookie, and then he kind of fell off a little bit, and then boom, here we are. I wonder if that's just the Joe Flacco effect, or is this going to be the new normal here? So I don't know. I don't know. We got any other injuries that we did talk about?
I think Bucky's a big one because that one is just no, not me neither. Those are the big ones, but Bucky, they don't know Bucky right now. They're kind of keeping it under wraps. They say he's sore. They don't know if he's hurting or not, and he might have a smallish frank, which is kind of concerning. So we got to see in the next couple of days how bad this injury is because it just came out today, and they're not really giving too much clarity yet.
Yeah, well, they better be very transparent with these injuries because word is that the Ravens are under scrutiny right now for not disclosing that Lamar Jackson probably already had a hamstring injury going into the game.
Really?
Which is why he wasn't scrambling so much. So it's just like speculation at this point. It's nothing like official. But all right, so let's get into with these injuries. Let's get into our trade target section. So what players are we looking to go capitalize on that we could be buying low on, buying injury that we touched on? I think the first one here, kind of obvious, got to be Jalen Waddle with Tyreek Hill going down. I mean, who else are they going to throw it to out there? I mean, yes, like, look, I get it. Washington, I mean, not Washington. Was it Malik? Yeah, it's Malik Washington.
Waller.
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 All right, so we'll go ahead and talk about Darren Waller. I had him slated down here later on the show sheet, but so I got Darren Waller and he only had like 4 targets, 3 receptions, and 27 yards. He literally only got red zone stuff. Like that's it.
And a tug. Put respect on the man's name.
He got 2 of them. No, he got 2 of them. That's fair. That's fair. But are we believing the hype on this? Like,
I'm believing that he's going to be a red zone target.
How often they going to be in the red zone?
Waddle's not a big body guy.
No, but he's a big speed guy, and he can get separation and make touchdowns.
But we're talking about in the red zone.
Yeah, that's a 20-yard sliver.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's 100. What about the other 80 yards?
Yeah,
who's going to do all that work?
Okay, but we don't have Tyreek Hill, so he's getting double covered.
Maybe. I mean, the Dolphins suck, so maybe. So what do you do about Achane? Achane can line up in the slot, and then you got Ollie Gordon in the backfield.
That works, but at the same,
I mean, Mike McDaniel probably ain't as smart as us. I'm joking. Mike McDaniel's a really good offensive coordinator, but as a head coach, he ain't looking so good. But so, look, yeah, okay, Darren Waller, I'll give you that. He had a good game, but
red zone target, that's where it's going to go.
Okay, I mean, look, we will see, but we don't know. We'll see. I don't buy hype after 1 week so much unless it's like obvious, like with Woody Marks, where the coach is like, we will get him more involved now. We know we have. Like, that's a different situation for me. But like stuff like the Darren Waller, like I think you owed it to the guy. You brought him back. You made these promises and stuff like that. And he is a really good red zone threat. I'm with you, Slayton. I agree. I totally agree. But for this segment, trade targets, I think Jalen Waddle is a trade target to go after with the loss of Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, we all knew he had the upside. That's why we were hanging on to Waddle, is for a Tyreek injury or a Tyreek meltdown for Waddle to come and take over that number one. So we'll see. He's done it before, but then he's also kind of spotty. But I mean, he's in your starting lineup now to where he's been on my bench for the last 2 weeks. So he's interesting.
And did y'all see Tyreek Hill was like saying yes when he was in the cart getting out of there? He definitely didn't want to play for Miami anymore, and this was it.
The fuck you mean he's about to get paid and not have to do shit and be away?
Exactly.
I'd be happy too. Shit.
Exactly. So Jalen Waddle is my biggest trade target right now. So another one I would go after would be Zay Flowers, like we talked about, because people are going to be nervous because Lamar is going to be gone for a couple weeks, and they're going to need some production. So this may be a time where you try and maybe do an Xavier Worthy swap with Zay Flowers. So hey, I can give you somebody you can start right now, and you give me Zay Flowers. You know, maybe something else on that. I mean, I would take Zay Flowers over Xavier Worthy, but maybe you add a little something to spice it up. But I think Zay Flowers is another trade target that you should go after. What do y'all think? What's another trade target that you think right now? Whether it be dynasty, redraft, whatever. Actually, let's do one redraft, one dynasty.
As a low budget right now, I would be going after Wan'Dale Robinson. You know, somebody that is not super high. I don't think you would have to dish out a whole bunch of money or a whole bunch of, capital to get him.
Are you talking about in dynasty or redraft?
Either.
Okay.
Either, because, I mean, he's going to be serviceable for the foreseeable future. I mean, he's kind of the only wide receiver other than Slayton that they have there that is serviceable, so that, and Wan'Dale Robinson's looked good standalone value with Malik on the field. So I think he's going to be somebody to kind of keep an eye on for the rest of the season on that. And I do later in the season they played Dallas like twice, if I'm not mistaken, and that is going to be a great prime time to be scoring some points in your fantasy.
All right. I mean, that's fair. All right. What about you, Mick?
With the Bucky news, I'm kind of interested in the Bucks backfield now. I'm looking to get Rachaad White off of waivers and redraft and maybe try to get him sneakily, and also Sean Tucker for cheap. Because we know that backfield produces points, and this is now the second year in a row to where we're seeing Bucky getting all this play and all this load, and he's not a very big guy. So chances are he broke down late in the playoffs last year, and now he's getting work, and we're only 3-4 games in, and he's breaking down again because he's a small guy. Small guys can't hold up in the NFL. They can't hold up 25 touches. I'm sorry. It's going to catch up to him eventually. So I'm investing in this Bucks backfield if I can get him cheaply.
Yeah, for sure. Rachaad White was somebody that everybody was big on before, Bucky Irving and stuff. I want to hit on Wan'Dale Robinson. So I've never been a big Wan'Dale Robinson fan, but he hasn't been consistent for you. I mean, he was okay with Russell Wilson, and even last week in week 3 he had a bad game. This week he had a bad game. I just don't want any part of that team. Like Cam Scatterbo, but like for redraft, I don't want any part of that team.
I'll take Jackson Dart too.
Without Malik Neighbors, that's bold, man. I think that's bold.
That old boy's going to be running that ball.
In redraft or in dynasty? Like, you got to specify.
Running the fuck out of that ball.
I ain't touching Jackson Dart in redraft, not without Malik Neighbors.
He's going to be running the damn ball like it's his job. He's going to look like Lamar 2.0.
Oh, they're going to light his ass up, too.
I'm with Slayton. I'm with Slayton. He's on every
It's a
waiver.
RPO style offense, man.
He's on every waiver wire, and there's Jordan Love on bye. There's a couple guys on bye, and I'm picking up Jackson Dart and redraft right now just to see.
Barrel of him or fucking Jake.
The only beautiful thing is they have New Orleans, and they're at New Orleans, so they're in a dome on turf. So that's a plus that they get to play a crap defense. But long term, like the rest of the season, I don't want Jackson Dart on my team. But this would be a good week to spot starting. I will say that. It's a good week to spot starting.
Saying that he's going to be my full-time starter, but I will pick him up for spot starting, for bye weeks, for a pinch. And even if you're in a 2 QB league, I would be snagging him up in a heartbeat.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, if I'm Brian Daboll, I'm telling Jackson Dart, like, hey, we're going to use Cam Scatterboo out of the backfield. We're going to be using Theo Johnson, like with a lot of high percentage completion stuff. But I mean, other than that, I don't know. That's just me. I'm avoiding the Giants right now outside of Scatterbo or whatever. All right, so next, so that is going to be our trade targets. We have, we had a guy come back from injury that everybody knows and loves, and that's one Jordan Addison, not Jerry Addison.
Suspension.
Yeah. So he had a 3-game suspension for being an idiot, and he went 50% on his target. So he went 4 for 8, 114, and almost got a touchdown for you, which would have been nice and juicy. But hey, Jordan Addison's back. He's got Carson Wentz for now, and we'll see what happens going forward. But are we buying in on Jordan Addison again?
Yeah, I mean, I had him stashed in a bunch of leagues for redraft this year, just because I knew everybody would be like, "Nah, I'm good on him," but there was nothing wrong with him. If you saw in preseason, he had a really good bromance, if you will, with JJ, and he looked like he was every bit of the real deal that he had been drafted to be there. Granted, he was going to be suspended for 3 or 4 weeks. But at the same token, I'm looking at him as somebody that's going to fill in for bye weeks. It's going to be somebody that's going to fill in for later in the season, whenever you're having injuries and that type of stuff, and you're getting fresh legs on the field. So I'm definitely really interested in that, especially with Carson Wentz right now, because it looks like that offense runs a little bit smoother with him in there.
I mean, seasoned vet as opposed to J.J. McCarthy. I mean,
yeah,
it makes sense. So Mick, how about Chris Godwin coming back, getting you 10 targets, but he only caught 3 of them?
I picked him up in a lot of leagues that he was on waivers, and he looked good. He looked like he hasn't been around. He's shaking some rust off, but I like Godwin coming back. I think he's a sneaky stash. I'm not going to start him until he proves it and I see a big game, and then I'll be plugging him into my lineup. I think he's back. He's all right. I mean, we know Chris Godwin's good, so we'll see.
Well, and Baker can support two good wide receivers. I mean, he did it last year with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin before he got hurt, so that shouldn't be a problem at all. But Mike Evans is going to be out, so I mean that tells you right there, Egbuka and Godwin, so that's good for the Bucks. They're probably going to be passing more with Bucky Irving, being out.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that Godwin played 100% of the snaps too, which is a huge sign for me.
That's good. That's really good, yeah.
That's awesome, coming back from an injury that was supposedly a lot worse than what everybody expected and that type of deal. So to see him come back, get a full slate of snaps, to get 10 targets, I definitely feel very, very confident in picking him back up. Maybe sending out a little bit of trades here and there for him, something like that.
Yeah.
Try to get some low cost in there. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in any shares that I can get of Chris Godwin right now.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So next we talked about this is the first week of bye weeks, everybody. So yay for all your Falcons players, your Bears players, your Packers players, and your Steelers players. So there goes there goes some pretty good performers for you. There goes Bijan. If you've been riding the Caleb Williams train, there you go. Roma Dunze has been doing really well. So all your Packers receivers, your Matthew Goldens, your Jordan Love, and Steelers, bro. So what was it? New York that Aaron Rodgers didn't like, or does he just really like playing pissed off in Pittsburgh?
No, you've got a
seems
real
to be doing
coach.
okay.
You've got a real coach.
That's a fact. Mike Tomlin is a Hall of Fame coach. So
instead of trying to fucking have that goofball that he was trying to hold hands with, Nathan Hackett, now we've actually got a real legitimate coach, and we've seen what the hell happened. So we can all label that fraud, what he is.
Yeah.
Nathaniel Hackett, will label him what he is and show what he can do with a real quarterback.
But you got to think, he wasn't that good. He had Aaron Rodgers' MVP season, and he was like, oh, I was the offensive coordinator. No, bro. Aaron Rodgers ran that offense.
He was being carried by Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And you go into a system that there is no backing, and you see what happens. And I'm like, this guy wasn't he was an Adam Gase, you know? He's one of those types of people that's just a freeloader and an offense coordinator that just keeps getting Shane Waldron, same dude, Spider-Man. Like, I'm telling you, they're the same people, and like they just keep getting jobs for no damn reason.
So Jason Ortiz asks, is Bond, which is Isaiah Bond, Malik Washington, Slayton worth a pickup in waivers or no? So what do we think about Isaiah Bond?
Always pick up Slayton.
Nah, always. So I'm a little biased on Isaiah Bond because one, I'm a Texas fan, hook 'em horns, but two, think about this though. Look at his usage. His usage increased week after week after week. Yep. So he went from one target, which you got to think he started late because he had the legal issues, the accusations, things like that. So he missed a lot of training camp. So this person is somebody that I expected to have a slow start. But I think by year's end, you're going to be like, damn, Isaiah Bond is legit. Because look what he did in college. He was projected to be a first-round pick before the accusations came out. But he's had 1 target, 3 target, 4 target, 6 targets with yardage going up every time. So, like, Andy got a rushing attempt for 9 yards in week 2. So I'm saying yes, Jason. Go ahead and look at Isaiah Bond. Look at Malik Washington. And Darius Slayton's got to be. What's that?
I'm not interested in Malik.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
He's very boomer bust type of guy. Like, it's going to be very, very painful trying to find a day or a time or a week to put him in your lineup. Instead of dealing with, like, all of the headache, I would much rather reinvest your time somewhere else. Maybe like a Theo Johnson would be a better pickup. You know, it's going to be low capital. You're probably going to spend a lot less on fab as well. And I think you get a lot better floor than what you'd be getting with Malik Washington.
Okay. Mick, what do you think about that? Which one of these guys would you say would be the better pickup?
I think they're all in the same ilk. I think Bond, now that Cedric Tillman is out, is going to take over the wide receiver 2 role. And I think he's not close to the line of scrimmage. He's going to be getting the targets farther away. So I do like Bond over Malik. But here's what you do. You put in your waivers on who you like the best. If you like Bond the best, you put $5 on Bond. If you like Malik second best, you put $4 on Malik. If you like Slayton third, you put $3 on Slayton. So you guarantee yourself to get one of those 3 guys. You just put it in your waiver priority which one you want more of, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. All right, we actually got a good amount of questions here. All right, so moving on to the next one. So we got Sam asking, hey guys, should I trade Kamara and Pollard for AJ? I'm assuming that's AJ Brown. I lost Neighbors and need a more wide receiver help. I have Benson, Chuba, Mason, and Judkins. I don't think so, man. I think I'm ride with AJ.
No. Go after Roma Dunze or somebody like that. I think that if your league mates, if you're in a home league, you probably have a better chance of getting Roma Dunze than you would A.J. Brown, despite A.J. Brown playing like trash.
I don't think so. I think
name value, though.
I don't think Rome is viable. No one's trading him.
No, I mean,
I wouldn't
because
go
he's got big name. It's not like Quentin Johnston, right, where he doesn't have a big name. Rome actually has a big name,
Johnson.
and
That would be somebody who I would go after. You would have to spend
There you
less than AJ Brown, and you could probably send one of those guys for that.
I agree
Instead
with that.
of both of those guys for AJ Brown for somebody.
Yeah.
I don't see the range of outcomes getting a whole lot better than what it is now.
so Sam, go see if Quentin Johnston's available. For what Slayton's saying.
You're going to have to trade Kamara and
Quentin
Pollard for
I
one
think
of
that's
the
okay.
receivers. So, and
Yeah.
I agree with that too. I agree with that. But
Saw like any of these guys that are getting a little bit of hype that a Day Flowers, you're going to get more of a return, especially somebody with a slot kind of label in a PPR league. You're going to really bust it up.
Okay. So Mega Brick says start Herbert or Kyler this week.
Herbert.
Who's the matchups?
Dang it. And I was looking at those earlier too. Let me see here. So look, Kyler's great with his legs, but Herbert's been on fire, man. Just in a vacuum, I'm gonna say Herbert.
Yeah.
But let's look at the matchups. I mean, you know what? I don't have to look at the I'm gonna say Herbert. I'm not gonna look at the matchups. The matchups are the Chargers are playing Washington, and Arizona is playing the Titans. So that is spicy and juicy with Murray, but
Yeah, I would probably still lean Herbert on this, but I'm very weary about it just because that offensive line's in fucking shambles right now, man. And you got two of your best
missing
players.
Joe Altis is bad. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Rashad Slater as well out. So you're missing two key aspects of that offensive line. And now we're down to like the bare bones of like nothing there for a line. So it really makes me worry because it looked like after Joe Alt went out that whole offense looked really, really rough despite Hampton. Despite Hampton, everybody else looked like they were having some trouble. Herbert was getting a lot more pressures near the end of the game after Alt went out. So, like, I'm very skeptical on that, though. I'll be completely transparent where I think Kyler Murray might get quite a bit of rushing yards against the Titans.
Yeah. Mega Brick also asks, full PPR, do I sit Jamar Chase?
Yes.
Currently starting JSN, Quentin Johnson, and Olave.
Yes.
I mean, JSN and Quentin Johnson, I think, are pretty good. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah.
I'm sitting Olave and playing Chase, but I am going to play JSN and QJ over Chase. But I'm not sitting Chase for Olave.
I'm starting up Olave in a heartbeat for me.
Okay. All right. Hey, Mega Brick, while you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and get entered for a chance to win a free roster review down at the bottom. Once we hit 100, that's when we'll be doing that roster review giveaway drawing. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to get that taken care of. All right. So next on the docket, we have our waivers. All right. So we are going to be talking about in two sections, as always, priority, and then who are our stashes. So obviously our priority is guys you need to go get right now. And stash is somebody that if you have roster space, don't cut somebody important to go get one of these guys. Don't do that. We're not saying that, okay? But if you have the roster space or a deep bench, go ahead and do this. So let's start with a priority ad. Somebody that we talked about earlier on is one Woody Marks. So what are we thinking about Woody Marks? Do you think that is a good should he be in the priority or should he be in the stash?
Yes.
Yeah,
no, he's a priority. I'm going all in for Woody. Not all in, but I'm putting a lot of fab in because they showed from the usage that they're taking Woody and they're going to start making him the main back and they're kind of phasing Chubb out. And because they won the game and Woody Marks got most of the run and put up a big game, they're going to start, my estimation is, working him into being a starting role. So Woody Marks is a number one priority ad if he's still on waivers for me.
Yeah, I mean, I've got him as my number one, especially with D'Amico Ryan saying we are going to give him more work, and the stuff with Joe Mixon, bro. Everything is just coming together for Woody Marks. So, so Glenn 1284 says, should I give Olave for AJ Brown?
No.
The AJ Brown owner just sent me the trade. So Olave for AJ Brown. Glenn, can you tell me, is this redraft or is this dynasty?
It's probably redraft. So Glenn, who are your other two receivers you're starting over AJ Brown? If AJ Brown is my third receiver and you have someone that you picked up like QJ that's now in your wide receiver 2 slot, I'm going to take the upside of AJ Brown in my wide receiver 3 or flex over Olave. But for the floor, I will take Olave if it's going to be a steady starter for you if Olave is your wide receiver 2.
I'm staying with Olave because it's
Okay.
steady floor. If you're in a PPR league, you're looking at 13 to 15 points at least each week. And then with AJ Brown, it's been ones and twos. And if it's in a dynasty standpoint, I think it's a very lateral move. I think their range of outcomes is going to be exactly the same as far as what you're getting in the player, but you're going to get Olave, who is a lot younger. So I would stay with Olave.
For Dynasty, I'm taking Olave over AJ Brown, yes.
Yeah, 100%.
All righty. Thank you for that, Glenn. While you're here, as you see on the banner at the bottom, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for a chance to win a free roster review, especially if you're in Dynasty. Definitely going to help you out. So next waiver ad here. So, look, everybody's riding the Kenneth Gainwell train. Are we believing the hype on that? Are we adding him, or is this we think this is just because Jaylen Warren was gone?
Yeah, I'm keeping you said Kenneth Gainwell? No.
Yeah. Who had a big game out in Dublin this weekend?
No. I'm not in on Kenneth Gainwell. He's been in the league for how many years? He's had many of years to show me who he is and to prove me what he is. And just because he has a one-game belief, just like you were saying earlier, I don't believe in a person that has a one-game sample size of a good game. So that's where I'm at. I think Jaylen Warren will be back sooner rather than later, especially since this week is a bye week for them. He's got 2 weeks to sit, so I think he'll be back, and it's not a question. And why would we draft Caleb Johnson to then have Kenny Gainwell be sucking up everything? Like, I think eventually, it really won't make much of a difference. I think that he's still going to be surpassed by Caleb Johnson.
Well, I don't know, dude. It didn't sound like so far that Mike Tomlin's the biggest Caleb Johnson fan. But what's also weird is he has a say in who they draft. Like, he's earned that respect with the franchise. So I don't know. Maybe Caleb Johnson's a project, and Jaylen Warren is going to be the guy until they figure out what's going on with him. What do you think?
I'm picking up Kenny Gainwell, and I'm putting him on my bench for a Jaylen Warren injury because he is going to be the next man up. So if Jaylen Warren isn't active, I'm going to want Kenny Gainwell for potential bye weeks because I'm sorry, I don't think Caleb Johnson's getting any run this year. It's apparent that they don't like him. He's in the doghouse. So I think Kenny Gainwell will get the second crack. But if Warren's active, then no, Kenny Gainwell is nowhere near my starting lineup. But I'll take him on my bench.
That's fair. Alec Ayomanor is somebody who's been getting a lot. I think he's a priority ad. He's been getting a lot of targets increase.
He's good, which is nice.
Because Calvin Ridley isn't looking good, and they got to throw the ball to somebody because they're going to be playing down the whole season. Like, they're going to be playing from behind. So,
how is he still on waivers? I don't get that. He's been on like the waiver pickup shows for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I guess people still aren't sold, and I get it's the Titans. Like, I get it, but I want guys that are getting a lot of targets. The way I look at it, because those targets are going to turn into opportunities. So
yeah, agreed.
So Justice Hill, Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton, Theo Johnson. I see these are on here. I don't think these are necessarily priorities. These could be stashes. Justice Hill, I'm not buying into that. I think that's fool's gold right there.
When is it time to start
Yeah.
reaching the meter on Derrick Henry though?
When is it time to what?
When is it time to reach for the panic button on Derrick Henry? He's looked awful the last 3 weeks.
He has. He has.
Fair.
I think Justice Hill he's game script dependent. So if you know it's going to be a shootout, Justice Hill's going to be in the game, getting catches, getting some run. But I'm not starting Justice Hill in any other league, but unless it's deep.
Just like I would with Kenny Gainwell, like I don't see
Exactly.
any difference. But you're in a much higher powered offense. If we're
No, it just depends. If the starter goes down in front of them, you're starting both of them. I think it doesn't matter.
And he gets standalone value for being a pass catcher. So at the end of the day, he's not a terrible stash on your bench. As far as that goes. But I'm not granted, I'm not going out there to race and spend 50 fab on him by any means. But as far as somebody that's going to be a low cost that you could probably get for a spot start or to fill in for a bye week, I think you could probably do a lot worse.
Yeah,
for
sure.
For Darius Slayton, I haven't been a truther of him, but I've always
poison to me. Whoever you think is going to be the guy there, I say you attack them, because from what I saw after Malik Neighbors went out, the numbers of the split share of Theo Johnson went up.
In terms of who? Slayton?
What was that?
Are you talking about Darius Slayton?
So between those three guys, I think it's more of just like a pick your poison. After Malik Neighbors went out, the split shares went up for both Wan'Dale Robinson and Theo Johnson. So that means to tell me that the game script or who they're going to utilize a little bit more once Malik Neighbors is gone is one of those two. So I'm saying whichever one that you find that's going to be kind of your fancy out of those three, I would probably choose one of those to throw into your waiver. Because one of them's going to have to get the amount of targets. They're going to be playing down from behind. And we kind of know what most of them are, but there's still a couple question marks there of who's going to take over the spot share. So I'm assuming it's probably going to be Wan'Dale Robinson or Theo Johnson, but Slayton doesn't look bad either. So it just kind of depends on your flavor, but I would definitely look into one of those directions. I wouldn't go crazy and spend, a ton of fab on them, but a 5 spot or, not even anything on them and just throw in a blank waiver and see what you can get. I'm thinking you could probably get one of those guys, and you never know. You might hit a jackpot on getting a ample amount of targets off of the piggyback of Neighbors not being there. So worth a shot to look at.
Okay. So, all right. So let's get to our stashes. Now, these are, like we talked about, these are deeper rosters. If you have the space to look at, these are people they're going to be, give them a couple more weeks, and then they're really going to start stepping up. My biggest one here, he's only 6% owned in a lot of leagues, and that's Mason Taylor, who's been getting a lot of play for the Jets. This past week, he went he's 7 for 5 with 65 yards. So I think Mason Taylor is a good tight end option for you going forward. They like the way he moves. Like the guy, that sounds like an R&B song, but the guy's very, very athletic for a tight end. But he's gotten his DNA. I mean, Jason Taylor was his dad, so which everybody remembers Jason Taylor with the Dolphins. I don't know. Do we think Mason Taylor is a good deep stash to look for in a couple weeks to produce for you if you're light at tight end?
Yeah, I would be looking at him. I would kind of look into definitely a little bit of Theo Johnson and Darren Waller as far as tight ends go. Those are all nice little stashes. I don't think they're all owned a whole lot, but they all are going to get quite a few targets, I would say, in the next couple weeks coming up. So as far as tight ends, I think you have a plunder of spoils coming at you as far as something that you can pick up in a waiver.
Okay. All right. What do you think about what's your stash? Your stash waiver ad, Mick?
I like Kendry Miller. I really do. I think he's getting more and more run every week. Alvin Kamara might be on the way out because they are not winning. I don't know. I have trouble thinking that Alvin Kamara is going to get traded, but in the possibility that he does, Kendry Miller just showed he had 10 carries. He had a good game with limited carries. We know the talent's there. We know he's a good runner. So pick him up. He's on a lot of my benches already. I've stashed him because I do like Kendry Miller. So yes, I think he is a very good deep stash right now.
All righty. Yeah, Kendra Miller's a good one. I'm 100% expecting Alvin Kamara to be traded this season, and you can mark me down for that, quote me for that if you want to, but that's my belief, and I'm sticking to it. So let's move on to our next because we're running low on time here.
One other
Okay, go ahead.
stash that I'd be looking into. If you are in a season-long league, be picking up Jalen Coker. He's coming off of IR. He's not ready yet, but he should be back in the next week or two. And he definitely will have a spot in that offense. So definitely be looking in that direction as well.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. For a Panthers team that Bryce Young's not looking horrible anymore, so that's good. All right, so let's move into our Kings of the Week. We got a couple candidates here. So look, we had some big numbers from a lot of guys, but let's look at three candidates here. Okay, let's look at Ashton Genty, who had his big week, which I know Ashton Genty owners, you're out there, you're like, oh no, I took this guy in the first, second round. What is going on? And boom, now he finally does well for you. George Pickens.
We had a question. If you remember, Justin, do you remember someone asked if he should trade Genty because he was nervous and they were going to trade him for someone less? And we were both on the Genty train saying to stick with it because you want running backs, you want the running back depth, and he was going to come along and you got rewarded. So we were right on that one. I'm proud of us.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that we definitely need to do a show just on our running back theories and habits that we have. Because I know, Mick, you and I have been playing Dynasty together for quite a while now. And I definitely think we need to get some of those theories and things out there. I know a lot of guys that we're in leagues with, you know, they're starting to use these against us, but that's fine. Like we don't do this because we're trying to help ourselves out. We do this because we're trying to help everybody else out. I don't know. Would you be down for doing a show exposing some of those theories and habits and everything like that?
Yeah, Dynasty Theory is my 101. That's my most favorite thing about fantasy football is Dynasty Theory.
Perfect. Well, we'll get that on the books for everybody then. Slayton, would you be down to expose some of your not tactics, but some of your theory, your mindset going into Dynasty?
Most definitely, because I definitely feel like I play a Dynasty a lot different than what you guys do. So it definitely kind of a interlook of a mind of the madness, you know, from all three perspectives. I think we're all going to look at this a lot different than each other. So
yeah,
it'd be very cool to kind of see how each other's minds work, I guess, in kind of a long drawn out form.
All right. So our other candidates, so we said Genty and then George Pickens. He went 8 for 11, 134 yards with 2 touchdowns. He put up a lot of fantasy points for you. Puka Nacua, who just kind of did whatever he wanted to against the Colts. I know y'all are happy about that. Y'all can go ahead and shut up right now. 13 for 15. This fool went 13. So he got you 13 points just on catches before he did anything else. He got you 13 points. And then on those 13 catches, he got you $170. And he got a touchdown too. So Puka Nacua definitely killed it. He didn't have as many touchdowns as some other people, but gosh awful, he had some yards to go with that. But in PPR, points per reception. So like I said, 13 points was his floor before he did anything else that day. So for that reason, and just because he outscored everybody, quarterbacks included, outscored everybody in week 4. For that reason, Puka Nacua, you are our king of the week for 2024 week 4. Congratulations, sir. This is a segment that we will do every year. Yeah, Rams fans, whatever. Hey, I don't think losing to the Rams, especially in a loss that we shouldn't have lost, but I think overall, outside of Adonai Mitchell, the Colts did very good. So I'm not upset by that loss at all.
No,
Still hot.
everything that we talked about in our little pre-game pre-show, we were talking about how I thought that game was going to be a very underrated game. It turned out to be an awesome game. You know, it was definitely one that was really exciting, and it was all the thrills that we thought it would be.
Yeah, it definitely was exciting. I mean, there were some other things, some other players that did pretty well, but I would just think that Puka Nakua got it. So moving on to our fool's gold. What performances? This section is about what performances in this past week that we think are fool's gold, are just kind of don't buy it. It's fake. It was a one-off. What performances do we think should be fool's gold candidates?
Gainwell.
You think Gainwell? All right.
Yeah, I'm
Mick?
with
Who do
you,
think?
Gainwell. Well, we've got 4. We've got Darren Waller with 2 touchdowns. We've got Justice Hill because he had a big game because they were from behind. Then we have Woody Marks with his big game, and we have Kenneth Gainwell. So I'm going to go and say Kenny Gainwell because he's probably not going to have the number 1 spot or the leadership role in that offense. He just had a good game. So fool's goal for me would be Kenny Gainwell.
Okay. It looks like we're all pretty the same on that for Kenneth Gainwell. So I don't have the image queued up, but Kenneth Gainwell is going to be our fool's gold for week 4. So congratulations, Kenneth Gainwell. You are a fool, and you aren't as good as you played.
Pyrite, baby. Old Pyrite boy.
Oh, Pyrite. Yeah. So look, there we go. Fool's gold. We'll do that for now. But anyways, yeah. I'm trying to like get some stuff to like increase the production value and make the show a little bit better. But we'll see. Hopefully with the stuff with W Energy, if that works out, then man, I mean, we're talking about Mike's looking at you, Slayton. But no. So all right. So next on the docket, let's move along. We're coming to the end here. So who is our starts and sits for this week?
All of the Lions offense. Start them up. Every single one of them.
Yeah, they're playing the Bengals.
Yeah, fire them.
The defense is horrible.
Light them boys up, boy. That's where I'm at.
Hold on. Pundagoon says, "Who am I starting this week? Spencer Rattler, Cam Ward, or Dylan Gabriel?"
Woof.
Woof.
Didn't you say, Slayton, that you're starting Chris Olave? Like, so does that mean you believe in Spencer Rattler?
I don't believe in any of these guys, dude. I mean, let's be honest.
Olave can't throw himself the ball.
Yeah, I mean, but neither can Io Manor. You know what I'm saying? Or neither can Jerry Jeudy. But like, I'm not. Oh man, it would be very. I would probably say Cam Ward just because he's the most prolific out of all of them. But yeah, that's tough. That's really tough.
All right. So Slate's going Cam Ward. What about you, Mick?
Is Flacco confirmed out?
I mean, they already have plans to play Gabriel, so I think this is kind of a guaranteed thing at this point.
I mean, I would be for the biscuit on Gabriel. Just kind of throw him.
I think. Yeah, it depends on your matchup, Pooner. Cam Ward, I'm kind of leaning against because the Cardinals' D is not bad, and the Titans' offense has proven nothing so far. Rattler in a pinch, you're going to get a little something out of Rattler, but not much. So your black box would be Dylan Gabriel if you are bold enough to start him. I kind of like Dylan Gabriel. He's accurate, and he gives me like a that one little Testaverde guy or whatever his name was. He kind of gives me that little vibe. So,
Vinny
he's got-
Testaverde.
yeah, he's kind of like that. So it depends on the matchup. I'm leaning towards Rattler or Gabriel.
Okay. I'm going Cam Ward on this just because I think he's got better weapons around him as far as being able to use Alec Ayo manner. Calvin Ridley could, at any given time, wake up and be decent. Plus, Cam Ward's having to do things on his own, the way I look at it. But it is. I am very interested to see how Dylan Gabriel goes because the Browns, like as far as quarterbacks go, it's like they're just collecting quarterbacks just to collect quarterbacks at this point.
Oh, and they're going against the Vikings too, and the Vikings have a good D, and they're overseas, so that's a tough start.
The Vikings defense has gotten pretty banged up though.
They have. Rattler's got the Giants, so that might not be a bad start. I'd probably go Rattler against the Giants, honestly.
But I mean,
that's at home. Rattler's weird because like he could be, he's kind of decent, but it's like you want to take a chance on him, but then you don't because you know what that floor is.
He's just not. He's just decent, but he's not good. But
yeah,
I don't. That's a tough call, Pooner. I'm probably starting Rattler.
Alrighty. All right. So who is another one that we're looking at? Another start player. I got an idea. I'm looking at Justin Fields against Dallas.
Yeah,
I think Justin Fields is pretty dangerous, man.
Yeah.
Because Dallas lets you put up a lot of points too.
Yeah, you know he's going to be able to run over him or throw or pass to Garrett Wilson, and I like that.
Breece Hall would be another one that I'd be excited. So most of the offense of the Jets, I'd be excited to start this week. To be completely honest with you.
Yeah, I agree. Those would be my starts also.
All righty. How about our sits? Who are we saying? Nope, we're sitting them. I mean, we talked about Lamar Jackson being out. So does that mean we're sitting Zay Flowers, or do you think you have to roll him out?
Who are they trotting out after him?
Wasn't it the white kid from North Dakota State, the runner? Damn, we said his name earlier.
Know. Yeah. It's Cooper Rush.
Oh, Cooper Rush. I'm thinking somebody else, but yeah, Cooper Rush. I mean, he's not anywhere near Lamar Jackson at all. They definitely didn't do well getting a backup quarterback in Baltimore.
I'm sitting Zay Flowers. I'm sitting Gino.
Yeah.
Another one that I want no part of this week. I think that Colts are going to fucking manhandle him.
I'm sitting AJ Brown against the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm sitting AJ Brown for sure. Not into that at all.
Yeah, that's not looking great at all for AJ Brown, especially going against Patrick Surtain. Come on. All right, so you definitely want to sit those people.
I'll be honest with you. I want to sit the Bengals offense too. You know, going against that Lions defense, like I just really don't want any part of that right now.
I'm sitting Chase Brown. T. Higgins scares me. The only guy I'm starting just because pure upside and talent is Chase on that team, but that's about it.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I don't think anybody can be mad at you for that.
Any of your Patriots weapons, I think the Bills are going to swallow them whole, if I'm being honest with you.
I'm sitting Travion until I see it. I can't trust him anymore. And it's sad to say, but Ramondre's still getting run. Antonio Gibson's still getting run. Travion's in a 33% share in that. It's crazy.
What the hell are they doing over there? You got one of the best running backs to come out in recent history, and you're gonna play Ramondre Stevenson over him? Come on, Josh McDaniels, freaking and Mike Vrabel. What are y'all doing, man? Like you were gifted this on a silver platter.
I would be firing up Emeka Ibuka and JSN too. Those two guys, I think that's going to be a really underrated game there on Sunday in the late card between the Bucs and Seattle. I think it should be a high-scoring game.
Yeah.
So I think those two would be an awesome start for this week as well.
I mean, yeah, I don't disagree with you. Um, so let's see here. We are coming to the end of the show, but we have to give a couple shout outs. All right, big welcome back, if you will, to relevancy. And we talked about one of them. That's Mr. Darren Waller, who went 3 for 4, only got 27 yards, but he got the 2 touchdowns, which really saved his day.
Welcome back.
Who Slayton is a big believer that he is going to be a massive, massive red zone threat for you now that Tyreek Hill is probably done for the Dolphins.
Red zone, but we'll see. To be
I
determined.
mean, they were looking for him in the red zone, so I believe that 100% that they're going to make plays for him in the red zone. I just didn't see him getting any play in the open field. That's the only thing. But
I really don't think he will get like a whole lot of play in the open field.
Well, it's a good thing you get 6 points for touchdown. So as long as he keeps getting 2 touchdowns, boom, that's 12 points right off the bat for you.
Yeah, those
No
Dallas
matter how many.
You know?
Do what?
One of those.
I think so.
Yeah, those are weird.
I'm actually gonna go. I didn't put a single claim in for Darren Waller yet, and I'm gonna go after the show and put some in because Slayton kind of talked me into him, I think, and this is why I'm glad we do this show because it kind of goes against my priors, and I'm slowly starting to buy into Waller with the Tyreek Hill injury. Darren Waller's been out for a full year, and now he just proved that he's back. He looked good. He looked electric. He can still run. So who's to say with Tyreek Hill going out and them ramping up Waller that he won't get run in the middle of the field in between the 20s? We don't know. He's worth a pickup for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Hey guys, I got a lot of wide receiver depth and need a tight end. Should I trade Pittman and Worthy for Lamb and Tyler Warren?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yes, you should do that right now. But before you do that, Infrared, go ahead and subscribe to Kingmaker Sports on YouTube. As you see on the banner down below, once we get to 100, we'll go ahead and do a free roster review, which we will be talking about things like this. But yes, me personally, yes. What do you think, Mick?
That is a no-brainer. I would trade Pittman and Worthy for Lamb straight up. I would also trade Pittman straight up for Warren. I would trade Worthy straight up for Warren. So if you can get Lamb and Warren, and you have to trade Pittman, Worthy, and if you have to add, if that owner gets cold feet and you have to add one more guy, do that by any means necessary because Lamb and Tyler Warren are freaking league winners this year. Do anything possible to get those guys, Infrared.
Yes, for sure. That's awesome. Especially, I mean, this is probably a redraft trade here, but still, like you make this trade, like you're looking really good because you're buying Lamb on the cheap. That's good there. Thank you, Infrared, for that. Like I said, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to the channel while you're here. So, Kenneth Gainwell, hey, look, went through something together. Fool's gold for you. So we'll be featuring this every week. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Still throws me that DK's not 14.
Yeah. All right. So one more player before we close out, and that's going to be Ashton Genty. And the only reason he's in the welcome back candidate because welcome back to relevancy. People were literally wanting to just trade you away for nothing a couple weeks ago, and now boom, you got 2 through the air. You caught both of your targets. You know, it's only 17 yards, but still, it's through the air. You got the points for that and the touchdowns. 21 on the ground, 138, and you got 1 on the ground. So Ashton Genty, man, welcome back to relevancy. We missed you. I know all the people that took you missed you. So hopefully this holds up and you don't do it this week against the Colts. Just me personally, but welcome back, Ashton Genty. So, all right, did y'all hear this? Did y'all hear this interview from Cam Ward about his team?
Yeah, we asked, bro.
Bro called his team out and said, "Oh yeah, we asked right now." Bro, you're the quarterback of the team. You're the first overall pick. I mean, I appreciate you keeping it a buck, but
come on now.
This is the same guy before the season said, "Oh, Tony Pollard's the best running back in the league. Oh, Calvin Ridley's the best wide receiver in the league." Like, isn't this the same guy who said all that stuff, and now he's saying that the same people are ass?
No, I think he's talking more about his offensive line because that line's been getting killed. That defense has been trash.
Well, if he is talking about his offensive line, he's only going to keep getting killed.
Yeah,
Because you think I'm a block for you? You talking crap about me? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I tripped. Sorry, coach. I fell down.
yeah. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, buddy. Yeah.
And I think we can all agree.
He's young. He's a rookie. He's young. He's a rookie. He'll learn. You got to be professional, even though I, like you, Justin, appreciate the honesty. I like when guys come out and say that. But in a high profile at the top elite, you can't do that. So he'll learn. Cam Moore's
Infrared. Heck yeah, dude. You just got yourself Tyler Warren and CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. Big
Nice. Gave
That's
up
a
Pittman and Worthy for Lamb.
winning.
Yep. Bro, let us know. Keep
That's
coming
a
back
league
and
winning
let us know how that's going in your league, man. Like that's awesome. Good for you, Infrared. Yeah, go make sure before you head out, go ahead and hit that subscribe. Let us know how you like it. Leave a comment. Doing great. So, okay, am I the only one who believes that no competitive event should end in a tie?
Yes. Yeah, it's like kissing your sister, brother.
Nobody wins in that situation.
No, dude.
Like, yeah, you got to kiss, but it's your sister.
Sister, man. Yeah, you got to kiss a girl, but it was your fucking sister. It's gross. It's terrible. And it breaks my heart, man. Like, why are we doing this?
The Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers.
40s, stop. Like,
Bro, a matchup we've been looking for all season long after the Micah Parsons dumb trade by Jerry Jones. And you let it 40-40. These fools put up 80 points.
Yep.
Let them keep going. Let them
NFL
keep
scripted.
going.
NFL scripted, man.
Yeah.
Parsons didn't do anything the whole game and then gets the game-winning or the game-saving tackle. It's scripted.
Yeah. 100%.
40-40. Nuts.
Infrared backwards says 8-man league. All right. I'll let you know. I got Chase, Collins, and QJ and Lamb now. I'm stacked. Oh yeah, you are. I'm already was it subbed? I'm already subbed. What is that? I'm already subbed.
Oh, already subscribed.
Oh, I'm an idiot, bro. I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. Hey, we appreciate that, Infrared. Yeah, man, keep coming back with those roster questions, brother. We enjoy it. Yeah, you definitely stacked at receiver now, and you're looking pretty good at tight end too. So, let's see here. Derek's got a question. Would you trade away Kyron and Pittman for Achane? And if I can't get Achane, would you do them for Bucky?
No.
Kyron and Pittman for Achane or possibly Bucky. Achane would be juicy, but I don't know about Bucky.
I would do it if Bucky gets a clean bill of health. I would do it for. It depends. If Pittman is your flex and you can find another floor player to substitute Pittman and take that spot, then yes, the upside for Achane and Bucky is way, way over Kyron. So yes, I would make that trade depending on if you have backup plans to Pittman in your flex.
No,
well, we know why Slayton's saying no because he's a Rams fan.
No, like I prefer the depth, man. To be honest with you, and to have that extra spot for any injuries, any buys. Like, granted, I'm all for get your hammer, but at the same time, I feel like it's not a huge jump in points.
He said Pittman is a bench player for him. That's good.
I'm doing it.
You've got one injury and then he's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just where my heart is. Like, I wouldn't invest into Bucky just with injury concerns as we sit. And then with Achane, like, yeah, he's probably going to get an uptick in the offense, but at the same time, he's a smaller guy. He's going to get more touches. So is that going to create more of a chance for him to get hurt? And is the 5 or 3 point difference really going to make a difference for you each week for you not to have that extra depth on your bench for Pittman? Because Pittman's been good. Like, it's not like Pittman's been bad. He's been
if Pittman's on his bench, then I mean that means the man's got depth on his team, so that's good. And Pittman is like, if he goes, he's most people's starter, so I think that's good if he's got the depth to be able to lose Pittman, but if you
Yep.
to have Kyron, I'm curious
taking
what your
that
other
side.
running back is.
I'm swinging
Yeah,
big. Scared
What?
money don't make money. So I'm doing this trade and getting the hammer to plug in my lineup for the league winner.
Okay. All righty. Let's see here. We got Jhang20. Hi, would you trade Henderson, Woody Marks, and Travis Hunter for Trey Benson and Tet? Only other RB
Yes.
is Jacobs and Ollie.
Yes.
Yes.
100%. I'm in.
For Trey Benson and Tet McMillan. Okay,
Yep.
so trade away Hendo, Woody Mark. From what we've seen so far, I think so. I mean, all y'all know I'm a Hendo truther, and Woody Marks just had a breakout game. You definitely want to sell high, excuse me, on Woody Marks right now, and Travis Hunter hasn't been great. So I like going with the Trey Benson Tet
You're gonna
side.
get more of a bell cow out of Trey Benson, and Tet's a far better wide receiver. I personally perceive for your team right now than Travis Hunter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. Do this trade.
Jags can't support both wide receivers out there. They're struggling.
Shane Waldron's a cancer. So
Yep.
move on.
The only thing I hated with the Trey Benson stuff is seeing DeMarcado out there vulturing those touchdowns. What the hell's that about? That's
Game,
ridiculous.
you're back.
So, but yeah, Trey Benson and Tet, I think, are definitely over Hendo and Woody and Travis Hunter. Waiting on the Henderson. Now, if this is Dynasty, I'm sticking with Hendo. But if this is redraft, then yeah, I think that's what you do there. All right, so this is getting close to the end of the show here.
That's
if you
it's
have been here the
redraft.
whole
I'm
time, it
pretty
probably
sure. So
yeah, looking at that. So we're getting close to the show here. If you stayed the whole time, we appreciate it. Thank you so much, and thank you for interacting with us. We love these roster questions, your start sits, your waivers. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out, and that way we can get you entered into our free roster review giveaway, which we will be doing here live on the show. And we'll get with you. You don't have to give us your name or what league. Like, we just keep it, low key or whatever like that. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that here. But you can't do that without subscribing to get that free giveaway. But before we go, we got Pundagoon with another one. Henderson or Neighbors? Is that this week or a trade, or what are we talking here?
Dynasty.
that's Dynasty.
So is this a spot
Neighbors,
start this week, or what are we talking about?
Yeah.
This is a Dynasty trade. Hendo or Neighbors? I'm taking Neighbors.
Trade? Yeah, I'm taking Neighbors just because the longevity of it. Like, no matter how much I love Travion Henderson, I'm with you. I think Neighbors is the long play here in Dynasty. You're just going to be out the rest of the year with them. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
So if you're rebuilding,
Yeah.
honestly, like if you're rebuilding, you kind of want both of them. But if you're rebuilding, you want Neighbors for sure.
Henderson's not even in your starting lineup, and it looks like he probably won't be in your starting lineup unless there's an injury in front of him. So I'm taking Neighbors and putting him on my IR for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Especially if he's not going to count towards you, and if you don't need him to compete this year, yeah, go buy Malik Neighbors for somebody who loves Travion Henderson. So if I had Travion Henderson, I'm making that deal every day, and I'm making that deal at 11 a.m. Central Time on Sunday mornings, which is where you can find the three of us helping you out before your games on Sunday mornings to be able to get you ready to dominate, to lay the hammer down, as old Pat McAfee would say. Love that guy. My punter's better than yours. Suck it. So, all right. Well, gentlemen, do we have any closing thoughts before we exit the show?
No, go see our buddies over at Dubby.
Nope.
You Maker Sports for 10% off.
Yep.
Nope.
That would be my
Kingmaker. Yeah, so yeah, if you're just joining us, we have a partnership now with Dubby Energy Powder, where you don't have to keep drinking all the chemical soda energy drinks, which I know I've been bad for a long time. All right, I'm excited for this product to get in, and I'm gonna try it. And everything I've read about is 0 sugar, and it doesn't give you that like nasty like kind of bubble guts sometimes if that's what you get with like the higher potent energy drinks. It's kind of a low key, like not so much a pre-workout as you would think, but it's like a low-key, like kind of gamer fuel, streamer fuel. Like, you could probably use it at the gym. I know, Mick, you've been working out a long time. I just got back into the gym, so I'll be using this. But man, everything that from what we've seen, it tastes pretty good. So I'm excited to get my my tub in and try it out. But if you want to try it out yourself, go to w.gg and try out W Energy Powder. They have all kind of flavors there. Use, as you see at the bottom, use code Kingmaker for 10% off your whole order. And that's every time you go. It doesn't matter. Just go there and enjoy, and you'll thank us later and let us know how you like it. So looks like Slayton already went ahead and left us. So without any further ado, from Slayton, Mick, and myself, we appreciate you joining us on the show today. We definitely thank you for all your questions. That makes the show so fun when we get all those questions. So thank you very, very much. And we will see everybody Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, answering those last-minute roster questions. So we will see you then.